swab. Oh my gosh, the swab. Oh, yo guys. I even had when I had to okay, obviously when I got there was a bit of a line, there was a bit of a queue because there were a lot of people. There were people who were tourists, there were people who were going to travel with work and they needed permits. There were people who were like me who just needed to know what their status is so that they can do the right thing. So it was quite full. And I remember very well when it was my turn and I sat at that chair. After all the praying I did, I panicked. I couldn't. So the lady was like, I know I understand you're scared and I know it's not comfortable. Even myself, it's not comfortable to do it. So I want you to hold my elbow. So I held her elbow and she's like, I need you to hold my elbow. And every time that you feel like an uncomfortable sensation, I want you to hold it, to hold me tight. Then I will not move. I'll stop. And then when you loosen, I'll continue. That's what it took, maybe around maybe a minute and a half, but it felt like it was maybe like 4 hours or 2 hours of just scraping inside there. It was painful. It was really painful. Oh. Anyhow, okay, then that afternoon when I got home, I decided, okay, I want to take a short walk to go and pick up oranges because the supermarket that's near me, it didn't have oranges and I really wanted oranges. So I was like, okay, let me go and buy oranges from the memes that sit under the tree. So I'll walk over and walk back down. So I walked up. It was literally like together that must have been a 20-minute walk. That walk, by the time I returned, it felt like it was a 4-hour walk. I was extremely tired. And I kept trying to tell myself that, you know what? Like, I can never walk because I now was like, okay, I really feel like I might be having COVID. On top of that, the symptoms that I had, they were very simple symptoms. I didn't lose the sense of smell, not the sense of taste. I was not vomiting. I didn't have migraines or severe headaches. The symptoms were really simple, but then the tiredness was what got to me. So in those days that I was having all this tiredness from that walk, I came back home and I was like, I need to take a shower. So I took a shower. And while I was taking a shower, I then decided that I'm actually going to cook. I'm going to cook a matangara. I went ahead and put this matangara on the stove. Is it not for me to just have the matangara burn and me not smell anything? I literally came out of the shower, and once I got out of the shower, I was like, oh my gosh, the pot is burning. Why didn't I smell it? Because even when it was boiling, I couldn't smell it, but when I was washing it, I could smell it. So I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, hey, we are in trouble. We are in trouble. There's trouble. There's fire on the mountain. I cannot smell anything. I was like, okay. So this is how I was like, COVID, this is what you're going to think you're gonna do to me. Okay. So I was like, I will have to eat. Number two, even if that thing tastes like even if it tastes like water I am eating, I will eat. I must remember the smell and the taste of that thing, and I will have to continue eating it because there is no way I'm going to just over COVID like, yeah, no. So the very next day, I cooked efukwa. You know, efukwa also smells. Those of you who are not obviously Namibian, efukwa is, I think, is it monkey nuts? I'm not so sure what it's called in English, honestly, but I'll see if I can put a picture somewhere. But yes, I cooked efukwa that the next day, and when I ate that efukwa, there was nothing wrong with it. It was right on par. That efukwa tasted like it was rotten. It tasted like it was rotten. It didn't taste like it was efukwa. And I was just like, oh my gosh. Like COVID, I was like, is this you? This is your true colors. And I was like, I will also show you fire. You think you can show me fire. You think you can show me that I cannot taste anything. I kept telling my mind, I did a mind thing where I kept telling myself, keep telling your mind that you know how this thing tastes like and it's nice. That's why you need to eat it. And because it's nice, eat it. So I kept doing that. So then I remember eating an orange, and that orange, it didn't taste anything like an orange. It tasted like, you know, when you take a sponge and you dip it in water and you put it in your mouth and you suck on it. That's how it tasted like. It didn't taste like anything. It tasted, I was just basically eating water. The only thing that I could sort of taste, but on some days, was a banana. So I could taste it sometimes, but not all the time. I don't know. Anyway, so then from that Wednesday, I started having body aches. And when I say body aches, you know, the thing is, most people expect that when people expect that when you are talking about body aches, they think it's like, it's painful, like you will be in agony. You, my friend, it's not about agony here. No. You are just, it's like, you know, when you have it's not a muscle pull, maybe a light, not even a light muscle pull. You know, when you've been sitting on your leg, on your calf for too long, that sensation that you feel when you straighten your leg and you maybe can forget that you cannot walk, but is that sensation that is like, it feels like this, like it's in multiple places. It's like that, but it's slightly painful. That's how it feels. I don't even think pain is what it is, but let's just say that slightly painful. So I was like, COVID, where and it did. Ngunanata ngongoike weikingi no wamana wiki. I then said to myself that, okay, here I need to actually start walking. So I then started walking. Although, as that muscle ache thing started, I also started like running out of breath from walking. Like, I could not walk for more than 2 minutes without like panting because I am out of breath. I was like, this life is just not meant for me. It's just, yeah. So I started running out of breath, where I was just doing mostly exercising, and by then even work I couldn't do, because all those previous days, from the day that we closed the office to the Wednesday, I could at least work a little bit. I could I could just work, but I couldn't do it anymore on Thursday. I was like, guys, I'm gone. Like, I couldn't even tell them that, guys, I'm gone. It was just a lot, and it's overwhelming because, like, people at work, because they know that there are people and they know I'm exhibiting the signs, so they sort of call you frequently to check, are you okay? And you're just like, I'm just trying to sort out here, guys. It's not that you don't want them to check up on you. It's just because that checking up, you yourself you are already in a state where you are just like, oh my gosh, I have this thing and I need to try and take care of myself. And your mental state is the most important part, and it's something that you shouldn't even, like, I just wish sometimes people could understand. I mean, I don't need you to obviously call me consistently. Like, I send just messages. I just used to send messages, just checking in, making sure you're okay. Let me know if you need anything, or I'll just send a heart to the friend, or just a waving hand, because I know how it feels like to be annoyed over the fact that people are caring too much. Of course, I'm not saying that people shouldn't. They should, because we all need care in this time that we're living in, where everything is just not so good. So yeah. So by the Friday, I was sitting in my sofa, and it started to feel like I was, like when you are mistakenly pushed into the pool, or just pushed in the pool, and you breathe in that first water. That's how it felt like. It felt like I felt like I was submerged in a bucket, in a dam of water, in a bathtub of water. All I know is I was smelling water. That's all I could smell. But it was not so bad. I could smell it, but it wasn't so bad. So I was like, it's maybe nothing. I just need to continue taking my pills. But then I started realizing there was a pattern. If I take the pills and they start wearing off, I realized that that's when I could start smelling that kind of water smell. And I really didn't know what it was, to be honest. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not, I didn't study the human anatomy, honestly. So I just was like, okay, I don't know what this is, but I guess this is maybe we're at the end of the phase. I don't know what. Then Saturday came and Sunday came, and on both of those days, like it just came from light to mild. By Sunday, it was almost like mild hitting the end, almost becoming severe, but still it was a thing of if like as the meds wear off, it's when I start feeling like I couldn't breathe, and I started doing exercises. On top of that, that's when I also started steaming, and that's also when my mom gave me a steaming recipe with brown onion, lemon, ginger, and garlic. I would steam with it, and I would also drink it, and I would also still drink the cocktail that I got from the doctor. Then on Monday morning, I was like, I need to call the doctor because this is not getting better, it's getting worse. So I called the doctor. Hi. The number I kept calling. Eventually, I ended up sleeping for, I think I slept from 11 to 3 because I couldn't, because like during the weekend, I think from Friday to Saturday to Sunday, I didn't have enough sleep. I kept waking up. I kept waking up throughout the nights, and during the days I'll take cat naps, and so I was extremely exhausted on the one hand because the tiredness didn't go away, the shortness of breath didn't go away. It was just there. So I was just like, Jesus, this is I need you to give me strength. Because I was like, Jesus, please, my baby is just 2. My baby needs me, Jesus. I kept saying, Jesus, my baby needs me. I cannot, this is not how I'm gonna go. This is not where you're gonna say this is the end of the road. I know you are my God. You are not going to make this the end. You have not written that this is the end of my road at all. So I was only steaming, I think from Thursday, I was only steaming once a day. I wasn't steaming every day. I was only steaming once a day. Friday, I started steaming twice. Then when it was becoming slightly worse, I increased the steaming sessions because I was like, nothing. Because when I'm in the steam thingy, it feels a little bit better because everywhere is open, and mind you, I can't even smell the onions or smell the ginger or the garlic or the lemon. I smell nothing. All I know is when I'm there, it feels good because everywhere is open and I can breathe without difficulty. So that Monday, I kept calling, then eventually someone picked up, and then in fact that I kept calling and I told the doctor to actually give me a call. And was it that Monday? Yeah, it was Monday. Actually, it was the Monday. So then on the Tuesday, I actually called the doctor and I said, please, I would like you to tell the doctor that I am drowning. Like I called. Oh, on Monday, I kept trying to manage the symptoms because I kept trying to figure that maybe it's, we are getting to the end, so that's why it's severe. But unfortunately, my medication was finishing. So the pain medication and the antibiotics were finishing, but I wasn't getting better. So, but then it was also too late to call the practice. So I called them and they were like, no, the doctor is fully booked. She can't even squeeze you in for a phone call at all. So I'm going to have to put you in for tomorrow. So they put me in for the next day. And I think my call was, they just said, okay, we'll put it in your file and we'll put out your file so that we can make sure that we inform the doctor that she needs to call you. So the next day came, 8 came, 9 o'clock came, 10 o'clock came. I called the practice at 10. I said, please, I need you to tell the doctor that I am drowning. I cannot. I'm drowning. I need her to call me because I need her to do something. I cannot drown like this. I'm drowning and I'm sitting in my sofa. That's what I told the receptionist. And the receptionist was like, I understand. I'm going to make it a matter of urgency. So when she comes and gets the file, I'll ask her to take your file first. Or something of that nature. So then the doctor actually called me. She was like, then she asked me, so what's going on? And I was like, no, I cannot. I'm drowning. Literally, I'm sitting in my sofa and I feel like I'm drowning. And the medication is, my antibiotics are finished. Pain medication is also finished. So I really need you to top me up or to do whatever is next. So then the doctor said, oh no, I don't want you to worry. You are in good hands. She basically was just counseling me, trying to calm me down. She was like, the fact that you are not even pausing so much and you can talk for long, it means that you're okay. So then she then said, okay, I'm going to send out a prescription for you. I'm going to fill out a prescription. And she asked me whether I want to get it from her I wanted her to email it to me, or whether the pharmacy should just go ahead and send out like my prescription and I pay for it. I said, please just go ahead and send out that prescription to me. She went ahead and then she sent out the prescription to me, and I think, and they were like, it's, in fact, she emphasized on the fact that they are dealing with a lot of deliveries because there are so many people that are actually just that have contracted COVID. Some of them are just the normal sick patients that are getting deliveries. She really emphasized, she was like, don't you have anybody to come and pick it up for you so that they can just pick up the prescription and drop it off to you? And I said, unfortunately, I'm living alone and I don't have anyone. On top of that, it's not like I didn't have anyone. Of course, I had my brothers. They could go to the pharmacy and pick it up for me and bring it to me. But I didn't want to be in contact with them because I was just like, I know that my brothers are healthy. I know that. But in as much as they're healthy, I don't want them to end up passing this thing on to other people that they come in contact with. So I'd rather just have them deliver it here. And because they know that it's a COVID thingy, they won't, like, we won't exchange anything or whatever. But we needed to exchange money anyway. So they delivered my my treatment, and well, after they delivered the treatment, I obviously continued with the treatment. And during my call with the doctor, my doctor actually informed me very straight up. She informed me that, well, she actually gave me another hint, which was that I needed to do breathing exercises. She mentioned what the condition was of me smelling water. I honestly don't remember. It's some scientific name, to be honest. If there are any people who are medical professionals that are coming across this and you know what the condition is called, put it right there in the description box below. Please, I will pin it. She actually told me to take a 2-liter bottle and fill it with water and take a straw and then use the straw to blow into the 2-liter bottle so that I can just open up my lungs because I'm blowing. Some people take balloons apparently. Some people do breathing in and out exercises. Those did not work because they were the ones I was using at the beginning, and things just came from mild to worse. So when I started using the straw and the water method, it really worked because it started helping, because I also still made sure I continued to steam, because the doctor also informed me that I needed to continue steaming because it will really help open up your lungs and also prepare them for when your lungs need to fight for air. So just continue breathing in it. Just do that with those breathing exercises. And she was like, just do for as long as you can do it for, and if you get tired, you stop. So then I remember I did it from that point on all the way up to, I did it from that day on all the way up to, I think up to the day I felt I was better. So this was on Wednesday. Oh, also, okay, so let me just actually say this. So I went to test on Wednesday, and then on Thursday, I got my results, I think via SMS, if I remember very well, via SMS. And there was a link there that could allow me to actually view the results if I wanted to view the results. Although the SMS told me that COVID, SARS, I think they said SARS COVID-19, I think they call it, I forget, it was detected it was detected from my test. And then if I wanted like a soft copy, I could get it from the link. And I think that very evening I got a phone call from one of the COVID case managers from the Ministry of Health, and she told me that I will be actually looking after you throughout this whole process. If you need a phone call, if you need to talk to anyone, I'll be talking to you. And if your condition worsens and it's not getting any better, I'm the person to call so that I can arrange for you to be transferred to a COVID facility, which was really nice actually, because I knew I could always call them. Although I knew I had very good doctors and I could call my doctor, and I could easily get assistance on whatever might be going on with me.